cop ordered the two most expensive dishes on the menu. When he finished and was ready to pay, he realized he hadn't brought any money. The waitress, seeing him stalling, couldn't help but ask, "What, just because you're a cop, you don't have to pay?" It was incredibly awkward. He searched through his bag and all he could find was a lottery ticket that hadn't been drawn yet.
If this ticket wins, I'll come back tomorrow and split the proceeds. And if it doesn't, I'll still come back and leave you a tip. What do you think?
I think I'm never gonna see you again.
You'll see me tomorrow.
Well, I'll be here.
We got a deal.
The waitress didn't think much of it and casually said, "Okay," but no one could have predicted what happened next. Later that night, the ticket won $4 million. His wife was overjoyed, thinking they could finally leave their days of poverty behind. But Charlie, the cop, couldn't celebrate. He had promised the waitress earlier that day to split the winnings with her. He had no idea how to tell his wife. This was life-changing money, but in the end, he chose to be honest. As soon as she heard it, she exploded. She knew her husband. If he made a promise, he'd keep it. She accused Charlie of always being the good guy and never thinking about their family. Even his colleagues said, "It was just a joke, man. Who would actually go through with that? Keep your mouth shut and no one will ever know." But Charlie was a man of principle. His word was his bond. He had always been a good man, hardworking, generous even on a low salary. He regularly donated, helped others, coached baseball at an orphanage, guided the blind across the street, even delivered babies when needed. Everyone in town knew about his kindness, but his wife was selfish. She often mocked him in front of others, calling him a naive do-gooder. One night she dreamt they won the lottery using their wedding anniversary numbers. The dream felt so real, she made Charlie go buy a ticket, but he messed up and wrote down 26 instead of 27. She was about to scold him until the numbers were announced, and they had actually hit the jackpot, $4 million. Charlie was set on giving half to the waitress. His wife begged him not to. He struggled. He knew how much this money could change their lives, but he couldn't go against his conscience. The next day, Charlie went to see the waitress and learned she'd been penalized by her boss for not collecting his bill the day before. That made him feel even guiltier. So he told her the truth. At first, she thought he was joking. When she realized he was serious, she hugged every customer in the place, shouting that everyone's meal was on her, handing out free ice cream. The news reached Charlie's wife, and she was furious. She thought this promise was way too costly, but Charlie had already anticipated her reaction and planned accordingly.
You know what? The whole city will admire you. Everybody will know you. You'll be a celebrity.
Well, maybe I could get some commercial endorsements out of this.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
On the day he went to claim the prize, Charlie publicly announced he was giving $2 million to the waitress. Media outlets went wild. Under the public eye, his wife tried to maintain an elegant image, even using the attention to promote her salon's shampoo. But when the waitress hugged Charlie, her eyes were full of resentment. Though in front of the cameras, she had no choice but to smile. Their story hit the headlines. All three became public figures. Over time, people began to see the wife's true nature. She spent her days shopping for luxury goods. Charlie, however, remained the same. Quiet, humble, kind. He kept helping people. But to his wife, his kindness was nothing more than foolishness, and she'd even yank back any spare change he gave away.